So, hello everyone. It's Val with Dragonfly Crystals here with my beautiful co-hosts for Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. And today I just want to tell you the topic is pretty timely. It's about how to stop absorbing other people's energy. It's a guide for sensitive souls. So I would say for those of us who are sensitive, which is probably all of us are going to be affected by this. And so this is going to be a great topic to talk about, to explain when we absorb the energy of other people, how to identify that, signs that you are, and also what actually happens in your energy field when it's going on, and how you can remove or release yourself from that situation, from that energy, and the emotional component of what that all is, and becoming sovereign. So all of that having been said, let me just go to say hello to everyone in the chat. Janet, Bora Bora, thanks for joining us. Don Turner, and also Leslie, Tropical Thievery, hello. Edward Kenneth, hello. And Artist Liz, so nice to have you in the chat. And Sarah, Hibiscus Healing, good to see you there. And we're just starting out. So before we do, I want to ask you, Marina, hello. And
hello.
What do you have coming up on your channel? Classes, anything you want, readings, things you want people to know about?
What are we going to talk about? Okay. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Val is going to join me, and we're going to do episode 156 of Messages for Light Workers. Looking forward to that. And then at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Cleo of Cleo the Seer is going to be joining me for Kitchen Table Issues. I hope we can find something to talk about. So, yeah, it's going to be a little tight. And then on Friday, Allie is going to join me at 8 p.m. for Story in the Cards. Yay! Looking forward to that. Yeah. On Saturday, I've got the members only meeting, which is at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It'll be over on Zoom. And this is one that I am really, really excited about. So for those of you who are members on my channel, and you haven't sent me your email address yet, you want to do that so that I can send you the invite to Zoom, okay? Because I have been, over the last little while, tremendously blessed by not only the members, but subscribers and so on. So for the members, because your support has meant so much to me, I will be announcing something very special for the members only during that get-together. And trust me, you don't want to miss it.
Oh,
I'm saying you don't want to miss it. So,
that's wonderful.
That's what I've got going on this week. Otherwise, yeah, just on the channel, I post the schedule, and so yeah.
Okay, and your classes and also your readings are available on marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. You can book online for those classes and readings.
Absolutely. So, yes, and think about purchasing a reading for someone that is within your family, within your circle, and that's not only for me, but it's for all the ladies here.
Yeah.
There is always someone in your life who would benefit by a reading, but it's not something that they would ever do for themselves.
Right. And you can also purchase a gift card.
Yes.
So that if you aren't undecided, you want to leave it open for them, just put some money on a gift card. They'll get it delivered by email, and they can just go to the website and select whatever they want. So that's a great gift, a gift that keeps on giving.
Yes. Yes. It's an experience. It's something that they will always remember. You know, we
Yeah.
forget who maybe who bought us a little knickknack or whatnot, but you will always remember the.
I'll always remember that. If you get some of these readings, that you are going to see into what's coming, and it'll connect you more with the power of your own energy, what you're creating moving forward, bring you more into the present. So yeah, definitely.
And thank you, Dawn. Dawn said, yeah, I picked up a gift card for a friend of mine, and he's very excited to see Marina. Yes.
Oh, wonderful. That's an example. Yeah, absolutely. And that's how people that wouldn't think of it, and you're doing it for them, it'll change their life. So imagine that. So, and then Allie, same thing, gift cards online, classes, workshops, and readings, all on Heart-Centered Tarot.
Heart and Soul Connected.
Heart and Soul Connected. I've got Heart and Soul Connected online, .online, everyone, not .com. Heart and Soul Connected. Yeah. And Allie, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Well, I've got a good plan coming up for the next few days, but we have been building an ark outside because we're in the middle of an atmospheric river, and there's a lot of flooding going on everywhere. So it's, we've just been getting all the wood we can to get that ark built. But anyway, I'm going to be on tonight in the next hour with Sarah at Hibiscus Healings and Donna Marie and Linda Kennedy, and they're doing a similar discussion. So I'm looking very much forward to it. It's called the Lightworkers Lounge or something like that. So tomorrow morning on the 12th, I'll be on with Tuda. We do our double date, 12-12. We talk about whatever it is. And of course, as Marina says, Story in the Cards, Friday night. Saturday night will be our second totally disgusting and lots of fun show with Gerald and Linda de Gonzalez, where we just read the dirtiest shit you've ever heard. And so, you'll need to come by. I don't know what time it's in the evening, though. It's in the evening. And the only other thing I'm going to mention is my class. I have 5 people already signed up for it. I'm thrilled. And the information is on my website, and it's reasonably priced. So
Heart and Soul Connected .online. You can sign up there for that. And also that is below in the description if you can't remember all this.
No, you can't. That's right.
So it is in the description. And also, Shari, what have you got coming up? What do you want people to know?
I ain't got a website yet, so I don't have all this fancy stuff y'all got. Everybody got to keep doing it the old-fashioned way with me, via email, which takes so long, I've got, I'm running a 25% off all readings for Christmas between now and January the 4th. And then January the 5th, prices go up. So take advantage and schedule your reading now. And in fact, I've opened up some time slots during my vacation period without plugging in shows, just to leave them open so that people can come in and schedule readings and stuff. And then I've got, I'm doing that psychic profiles with Nancy Jean. Friday, we're going to that's a recorded show. We're going to be doing that. And I'll be doing my live show with Amy, my monthly mysteries with Amy. And we're going to be talking about the New Orleans, who many say were the ones who originally brought the vampires here. So ought to be quite interesting. So I know several people from New Orleans who will swear on a stack of Bibles that their vampires are real. So, and not the energy kind, the blood sucking kind. So it's like, I don't want to meet them. Keep them to yourself. And then my date with Nate on Saturday, and I'm having my members meeting at 4 o'clock Central Saturday, and then the slumber party Saturday night.
Wonderful.
And that's about it.
Wonderful. Thank you, Shari. So for me, I just want to say all of you, thank you also for all of my subscribers. I do appreciate all of you.
Me too.
And sometime soon, yeah, and Allie as well, and I'm sure Shari too.
I'm pushing for 10,000. I'm like a little over 600 away. So sorry.
Yeah, everybody go like and subscribe to every channel. We so appreciate it. And, you know, we do all of this for free. It's for all of you. And we love to share all of this information with you. And we learn as well. So
Yes.
tonight I have at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern, Arthur and Val, Psychic Q&A. It'll be on Arthur Ease Your Mind. And then tomorrow, Messages for Lightworkers, episode 156, as Marina mentioned. And on the 12th at 4 p.m. Pacific time, the Cool Crone Oracle. Also on December 13th, Arthur and Val Q&A live Zoom. You can join that by going to dragonflycrystals.store and signing up for that. There are 2 slots available still.
Nice.
Also, we have the live Val and Arthur at the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas. You can meet us there in person. You can sign up for that. It's a March 15th event, which is a Sunday. And go to dragonflycrystals.store. Yeah.
I know. Did you know that's the Ides of March?
Oh, yeah. I think we did figure that one out. There's some reason why the energy is just going to be off the charts with that. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. And there are only 2 slots available for that. So if you want to join, do so pretty soon, because I know it's going to fill up after Arthur and I do a show. These things get pretty booked, you know, when we mention it.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
you can get your picture taken with both of them.
Yes, and then
No
we
charge. Yeah.
We won't be cardboard cutouts. We'll be so what we'll be doing is doing readings for you,
Yeah.
And also private readings as well are part of the price in that. But you can read about that on dragonflycrystals.store. And now to our main topic. Thanks to everyone who's coming in now. Linda, Coyote, Rosenbaum. Let's see.
I just peaked. I'm only 583 away to get my 10,000.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
Maureen, good to see you. Spiritual Birds, nice to see you here. Annie's Gifts, and CJ, nice to have you here. I hope I haven't left anyone out. Katrina, Lost, good to see you. And we're going to go into our topic now. Ellen R., hi. And Nancy, good to see you. And our topic is really, I think, important right now, which is why the guides brought it up. And other people seem to be picking up on it, which is wonderful. So this is about how to stop absorbing other people's energy, a guide for sensitive souls. So how this affects you and how to reclaim your spiritual sovereignty with ease and clarity. And why sensitive people absorb it in the first place. It is just something that we're going to discuss, and how you can help yourself to get over this. We're going to start with Marina. What do you have? What do we need to know about this, and what can we do to help ourselves in those situations when we're starting to feel overwhelmed? And what is that some of the signs to know you're absorbing other people's energy?
Exactly. There very often, when you're sensitive, when you're an empath, what you'll notice is you get into a crowd of people. Let's say you're particularly this time of year, you go to a large event, and all of a sudden you get in there and it's, your head starts to hurt. You feel nauseous. It feels like you got creepy crawlies all over you. Like you get in there and you can't wait to get out. Patience is tested. Those are all signs that you are picking up other people's energy. And if that happens, one of the things that I will generally do is stop. I do a quick kind of soul cleansing, like get rid of that and think, no, this is not my energy. This is someone else's energy. I honor their energy, but it doesn't belong to me. And if you, even if you have to go outside for a minute so that, you're kind of out of that area, manifest to yourself that, okay, I'm going back in, I'm going to have a wonderful experience, but I'm going to be protected. So my guides and angels are there with me. They are protecting me. When you first start to do something like that, it feels like a little bit of a process, because it's like anything else. You're doing it for the first time. You got to try to remember, okay, well, did I do this and that? After a while, it's something that becomes second nature. So for me, generally, when I'm on my way now into a mall or a place that has a lot of people, I will think to myself, this is going to be a fabulous experience. I'm going to have a great time.
Exactly.
And and if I have to before I go in the building, I'm okay.
So when you find yourself in those situations, Marina, like in a shopping mall, God knows, I totally have been there, or exactly feeling the way you're experiencing it. Do you feel better right away from that kind of clearing away? It's like a instant clearing, and it helps you balance and center and ground, and
it does now. It does now. Initially, it took a few minutes, and it took a couple times of having to say, no, this is I'm protected. This
so
is
don't think it's not working.
Yeah. Yes,
what,
exactly.
Okay.
Keep doing it, and it will work. And you'll find that your experience is going to be a lot more rewarding, because you're going to be listening to spirit and being guided by what it is that spirit wants you to do. So you're not picking up on that that feeling in your gut that belongs to someone else who is probably sitting back going, oh my God, I paid $500 for this table. I'm never going to get my table money back, and blah, blah, blah. Or, somebody else who is saying,
I always call it the frenetic energy.
Yes.
It's like this like energy like that. It's like you can't even label it. It's just this.
Yeah, totally. And just let it go. It does require a little bit of practice, but you can absolutely do it, and you'll feel so much better.
So what other ways can you prepare yourself in advance when you're going into situations like that? Say you're just going to go to work for the day, or you're going to go to the grocery store. Your preparation would be the same, no matter what.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much the same. I'll get in the car, and it's my little routine is, when I get there, I'm going to find Rockstar parking, because I always find Rockstar parking, which is fairly close to the door, so that I don't have to walk far. And then it's going to be a fabulous experience. Everything that I'm looking for is either going to be on sale or severely discounted, so I'm going to save money. And it's just the energy is going to be absolutely fabulous, and it is. It is, because I've set the intention before I get there that this is going to be pleasant.
Right.
And so nothing else can kind of come in and get in the way
But you set your intention, which is very important. So, yeah, thank you. That's beautiful. I love that approach. And boy, that description of being in the shopping mall, I think that was one of the first things that hit me when I opened up.
Yes.
Is going into a shopping mall. Just it's like I had to run out. It was almost like panic kind of feeling. This kind of, it was anxiety up one side and down the other, and I'm not. So this is what it's like. So that was a beautiful description of what we can do to release that kind of energy and balance ourselves. Thank you, Marina. I like that. And Allie, what are your thoughts?
Well, I got to say that it sounds rather hermity, but I haven't been to a mall since 2010 because I can't deal with the mall. I pretty much don't want to go anywhere, honestly. And if I do, it has to be a place that it has to be during the week. It has to be during like either early morning, like maybe 10 or 11, and no later than 2 o'clock, or never on a weekend. It's and it's gotten worse. And it's not that I'm adverse to other people, but I can't handle it, and I get very anxious.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. And that does feel like anxiousness.
It is. It's anxiety. It's not fear. People will tell you that if you happen to wear a bra, ladies, that you could put Apache tears in your bra and help keep you grounded. Unfortunately for me, I do not ever wear one, so I would be having a real problem with that. But you could put it in your pockets, I guess, of your coat or whatever.
You could.
I know, but any kind of grounding stone that is black. Copper. And copper
is another one.
It's another one. Yep. And that's important. Of course, setting boundaries. I think the hardest thing I have is if I know I'm going to see somebody. My daughter, I love her dearly, but she a lot. And when I'm with her, I know that I'm going to be overwhelmed by her issues. And so I almost have to prepare myself, go into this.
That's what Marina was saying, like set your intention and know that, you're going to feel a little drained and overwhelmed after. And that's being drained. That is being drained.
Yeah. So you got your bubble wrap around you. But your boundaries. You got your boundaries. You can say, I'm sorry, but I don't want to discuss these things today because I'm anxious about that. I don't, you can always do those things. But I think if I had to go somewhere, I'd have to check in with my energy before I go, because that's the best way to know when you're there, if that's being picked up or not.
Good thinking is to just see if you're in an anxious or overwhelmed state before you even leave the house. Are you balanced and centered? Are you grounded? Do you feel in a good space energetically? Like to even go to the grocery store or whatever it is. That's a good point. That's a good point.
And that's another place, the grocery store you want to go when there's not people coming. I remember one time I was in the grocery store and a man was on the telephone. This was probably 15 years ago. And he kept slamming me with his cart. And because he was on the phone. And I looked at him and I said, you should either talk on the phone or go do your grocery shopping. I was so mad. And he said, F you. And he's screaming at me and everything. And I thought, I told the manager, I said, this man he's just rude. He's rude for everything that he's doing.
I would have turned around and said, you're bumping me. You're running into me with your cart.
I did. I did. I said, you've hit me 3 times now. And he said, well, we'll deal with it, lady. Of course, we're the carriers.
I'm going to push back.
Yeah, I know. And that just kind of made me think, I'm not going to put up with that anymore. But why do I also want my blood pressure to be that high over somebody else's?
So when you come home from a situation like that, what do you do to recover your energy or to?
I usually ionize. I get in the shower. I can't handle it otherwise. But I'm the same way. Creative Chick says I order my groceries
Oh yeah.
They deliver mine. They deliver my groceries. They deliver everything to me.
Yeah.
And I'll go out now and then, but I don't have any desire to go anywhere.
Ditto.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much, I think out of all of us, maybe Marina's the most social of going out.
True. Yeah. Of course, Sherry's there with all the students at the
Sherry's
college.
got
And I don't
work.
have to go
She's
to college.
help herself. She's at work, so she's not running around.
Yeah. Yeah. But for me, I work online, so I don't have to deal
Yeah.
with that stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm really, I think I'm living longer because I'm not doing
Yeah,
it.
you're not bothering with
Probably.
it.
But I'm also older. When you're younger and you have a job, you have to go to it. You have
You
to do
do
these.
have to go out. You
Yeah.
do have to go out.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
what would you advise someone, Allie, if they find themselves in that situation where maybe they're standing in line at Starbucks to pick their order up? Maybe they've mobile ordered and they're going in to get it,
Mhm.
and they're just getting the heebie-jeebies and they're feeling stressed out. What should they do?
Well, the
can
best
they
thing
do?
to do is to flip your switch. And I would suggest that you smile at some of these people. And, if because we could meet it with negativity. And I know I sound very negative here as well. But it's like the minute you smile at somebody or you kind of look at each other and understand, like, oh God, here we go again. It's like you already made that connection, and that does make it a lot easier.
It shifts the energy.
It does. Yeah.
It really does. You can just feel it. It really
Yeah.
does. So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, Allie, thank you for sharing
Oh,
that.
sure. Yep.
And Shari, I muted you because you had a little background noise going.
Yeah, Lewis is cooking in the kitchen, and I got Justin running up and down the hallway with the cats. And I get so used to hearing it,
You don't even hear it
don't hear
anymore.
it anymore.
Yeah,
And it's not
like-
until somebody's like, "What's that noise?" And I'll be like, "What noise? I don't hear it."
Well, Shari,
Well,
what do
that's
you?
one of the way I deal with things. Is I tune out. It's just like
Good for you.
tune out
Good
of
for
it.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my mother, if my mother had her nose in a book, you would literally have to throw something at her to get her attention, because you could be mom, mama, mom, 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 and get louder and louder and louder. She never heard a word you said. You literally have to either come over and put your hands on the book so she can't read it, or throws a pillow or something at her, mom, just to get her attention.
Mhm.
And I'm just as bad. If I've got my nose in a good book, forget it. You got to throw something at me to get my attention. But I know, like Marina and Allie were saying about you going out in the public. I used to really enjoy grocery shopping, because I would just take my time, tootle up and down the aisles, pick what I want to get, see if the sale item is better than the normal item. And, it was kind of like my escape hatch to
Mhm.
get away and just kind of be away from everybody. But it has gotten to the point in the last couple of years, like, I don't enjoy going to the grocery stores anymore. One, as my abilities have opened up and increased, I'm starting to pick up more and more and more than what I used to. I mean, I used to get a residual of it. I could kind of just shrug it off like, no big deal. But now it can get overwhelming if I'm not careful. And it's not relaxing to grocery shop anymore, to just go up and down the aisles. One, I get sticker shock looking at the prices, and it's like,
Mhm.
it's how much money, and so
Yeah.
that makes the blood pressure go up. And then I don't know what it is about parents with young children who just, it's like they walk in the door and they completely unplug to where and what their children are doing. And I'm talking about kids anywhere from 2 to 15 who will just run havoc in a store aisles and running into your cart and knocking you over. And
Why do you have to bring all 5 of your kids with you anyway?
Thank you.
I don't get
Thank
that.
you. If you
Yeah.
got a 15-year-old at home, they can watch the others.
Correct.
Did it, but it's like a lot of the younger people today, more children age, they just seem to have this this mindset that I can do and go and be and say whatever is top of my mind in public, out loud, and parents don't do anything to correct. I mean, when I was that age,
Oh yeah,
if
it's
I
totally
had done something like that, my mother would have hauled my butt outside the store and tore me up. I mean, I would have got my butt whipped.
Well, Sherry, there was I was in a Winco once and somebody like a Nerf ball, but still,
uh,
and the father was throwing it to the kid in the aisle. So we also got fathers that are like
yeah,
kids.
which are
Yeah.
just overgrown
Yeah.
kids. It's like, well,
Yeah.
did y'all not get to play when you were
I know.
children?
Yeah.
That you have to
They
do it.
didn't get the memo that they're the parent now.
I mean, it's like, I'm glad you're playing ball with your son. That's great, but not in the middle of the grocery store, you know.
Yes.
Yep.
Or
So when
it's
did you,
gotten
if that,
so much
does it
easier.
overwhelm you, Sherry? And how do you handle that situation?
What overwhelms me about it, I think, is not so much the kids, although they can really get on my nerves sometimes, but it's the nonchalant attitude of the parents of like, oh, well, they're just children. I'm like, yeah, you need to corral your children and take
Mhm.
Well, as
responsibility
far
for
as
them.
you absorbing other people's energy, how do you help yourself
With
to
absorbing,
disconnect from that energy? And what's your method?
a lot of it is it's kind of that shrugging it off, that motion. I don't think I've ever done just the wipe off, but it's kind of a shrug, kind of shrug it off when I leave. If it's still clinging to me by the time I get home, then I'll go sit on the patio or go listen to some music, something,
Mhm.
anything to kind of help put that soothing atmosphere back around myself again. Um, and that's, as I've gotten older, that seems to be more and more important to get that even if it's just 5 minutes, that little bit of time of just that soothing atmosphere. A lot of times, especially nowadays, if I know I'm going to be somewhere in a crowd, I do preemptive stuff. I've got my spray that I bring with me, and I'll spritz myself, and
Mhm.
whatnot. I'll wear certain crystals that I'll cram in my bra and that I've done or stick in my pocket and carry. I think a lot of it is I just don't go out in the crowds anymore. It's just gotten to the point where it's like I don't like to, as much as I enjoy being around people and talking to people. It's like I don't like going out in crowds anymore because,
Unless I'm going to a restaurant and I get to eat some good food.
Yeah.
well, and even that can be depending
That can be
because
distressing too, though. Yeah.
that can be if
Give
you
me my
got
wine, and
if
I'm
you got
like,
assholes sitting behind you in the other booth or one table over. It's like just pack it, let me go, But yeah, I like to go sit out and eat as well, nice glass of wine, have a meal. I mean, I did that Friday night. I went to the club where my son works because Julian was playing. And it was nice. I got there, I got a drink, I got a meal, and froze my behind off, but that's okay. I had a good time. It was nice and
and
enjoyable.
food seems
It
to help.
wasn't too much.
Food seems to help ground, right, Sherry? It
Yeah,
seems food can help you ground yourself. Actually,
absolutely, absolutely.
it
Um,
does me if I go
just
and I'm
that act
hungry.
of
Yeah.
of being able to sit and eat at your leisure. You're not having to cook it. You're not having to clean up after it. God damn it! Sorry. One of the
Perfect
cats
timing.
just
Perfect.
knocked something over.
I didn't know what
I think it was over here in the living room.
the Christmas tree.
Oh. Bruno just knocked the Christmas tree over again. That's what it was.
Oh,
So
nice.
we have chaos in our own house. So
so thank you, Sherry. That was good. Um, it's a topic that many people don't even realize it's something that's coming up for them, and kind of thought it would be a great idea to bring up, because as people are opening to their gifts, more and more and people are opening, they're going to be going through this. They're going through it now. And so they need to have the tips handy. And what does that feel like? I loved Marina's description, and Allie's too, and sharing about getting irritated at kids. It's the same kind of thing, that's that feeling.
Yeah.
But the anxiety feeling is a big key, that you're in that energy, because you're not normally anxious, and then you go and suddenly you're like, you can't wait to get out of there. You're all prickly. You're
Yes.
everything that Marina described was so on point.
It's like you got ants in your pants. Yeah.
Like you have ants in your pants and the whole 9 yards, and you feel like you're almost going a little crazy. You've got to get out of there. So really, when you are opening up, really, it's happening to everyone now. So just realizing, grounding yourself before you leave the house. What does that actually mean? Surrounding yourself with light, and this is my spiel on it, bringing in that beautiful white light and anchoring it in through your body and all the way down into Mother Earth, and say, I am grounded into Mother Earth, and visualize those like tree trunks going all the way around the earth, and you feel that pull. That is going to help you a lot to stay balanced. But then you also have to, as Marina pointed out, that intention of going out and enjoying yourself. I say a benevolent outcome. I request a benevolent outcome for shopping at blah, 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 or whatever you're going to do, and an easy and safe drive to and from. Whatever that is. So those are beautiful ideas. And
order online and let them deliver now.
And you know what? I have my groceries delivered too, so I am just in the same boat as all of you.
Can I just make one statement, because I got to leave in a minute?
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat's saying they love to go to a bookstore, and that's my place. So I understand. Yeah. But I'm wondering, you're talking about grounding, and what you've got is you've got trees you're holding on to. Yeah. I never thought of it that way before.
You do. You do have trees. Yeah.
They are.
I love that. That is a beautiful thing. And,
and maybe that's why it makes us feel so calm. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah. But who doesn't love a good bookstore?
Oh, I know.
You can just snuggle up in one of those chairs at B. Dalton and read a book right there. It feels like home.
It does. You're right.
Yeah, that's a beautiful example of the difference in energy when you go somewhere. When they're going to the grocery store, it's all this chaotic. Everybody's getting their stuff, and they want to go fast, and they want to leave, and or even at Starbucks or wherever, or Tim Horton or wherever it is, you're experiencing that. So I love that, and also understanding what is taking responsibility for another person's emotional overload. Like Allie was saying about her daughter, or many of us, a friend, a daughter, anyone who's sitting with us, and they're going to talk about what's going on in their lives. Man, when you're connected emotionally to a family member, that's a big overload. Yeah. Not like with just a friend or an acquaintance. It's a big, you're already corded and tied.
You're a long history.
Long history. So you have that ability to really get overwhelmed fast. So also, it can be a leftover mechanism from old timelines, where a survival mechanism where you're absorbing all this energy, and suddenly you're what's your body telling you? Get the heck out of there.
Fight or flight. Yeah.
Fight or flight. You need to survive.
Wow.
So it's funny. So all those are kind of, and other signs that you're absorbing energy that isn't yours, or sudden mood shifts that come out of nowhere. Say you're at home and you're on YouTube and you're listening to stuff, and suddenly your mood shifts out of nowhere. You feel exhausted about being around certain people, becoming anxious or sad without a clear reason, everything that we all have said, carrying tension in conversations, like a pain in the neck or a pain in the back. So thinking about, yes, and thinking about someone long after the interaction, you know you're still hooked in.
Yeah.
And you can't get, you're replaying it over and over. So also feeling responsible for fixing someone else's problems.
Mm.
These are signs that resonate deeply with empaths, that you don't have to fix somebody else's problems. First, number one, remember that, empaths out there. It's not your responsibility. It's their responsibility. You can listen if you choose to. Don't take their stuff on. The boundaries that Allie talked about are real. Creating your boundaries and keeping them in place, and recognizing that that soul is powerful and they're in their own journey, experiencing what they're calling forth. So also the higher reason why this is happening now. So as the collective vibration increases, old habits of energetic merging become unsustainable. Old habits of energetic merging become unsustainable. So you don't want to merge in with all that kind of stuff because it's chaotic stuff.
Wow.
So you are learning sovereignty, not isolation, sovereignty. So it's not like you are separate from everything. You aren't. Everything is one. But the world does not need you to absorb it. It needs you to stand in the light of clarity, in your own light, in that clarity, in your own light. So this is part of ascension. Sensitive beings must evolve from sponges to pillars of light. Just breathe that in. Imagine pillars of light, not sponges. We used to be sponges. Now we're pillars of light. So just that in itself, as you imagine yourself as this flame of light, that kind of like negates a lot of it. But also what's actually happening in your energy field is that your cords are attaching. So when you're attaching to things, like I'm watching something on YouTube, or I'm watching something on TV, or I'm listening to something, and I'm energetically connecting to that. So that's why I always cut the cords. So the aura thins when this is happening, and or collapses inward. So it's like you have no field stopping everything from coming in. Empathic channels open wide. And so this is your solar plexus over functioning. Your solar plexus, that divine will. The emotional body begins to mirror others. And so you don't know what's yours and what isn't yours, because you start to get all moody and feel funny.
Yeah.
So when you see that energetic structure, realize that as that's happening to your body, you can shift it through some of the things that we've all said here. And also another thing you can do is the 3-breath reset. I am just reading this now. I never knew about it. So on the exhale, release what is not yours. And on the inhale, reclaim your field. So that's, you just keep doing that. 3 breaths. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, release what is not yours. Inhale, claim your field. And so forth, 3 times.
Yeah.
Then another method is the gold shield or gold sphere method. Visualize your body surrounded in a gold light.
Sorry, I gotta go. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
All right.
And gold stabilizes and strengthens your auric field. So imagine yourself in that gold light. And then there's 2 more. Return to sender with love, a gentle, sacred way to release anything foreign. So with that loved one or that friend, you return their energy to them with love. And then finally, one of the last things, well, there's two more. Solar plexus reset. Place your hand on your upper stomach and affirm, I call all my energy back to me now. I call all my energy back to me now. Boom. And then the last one is conscious disengagement. A hidden key. Stop trying to fix or carry others. This is your liberation. So realizing that you consciously are pulling, you're separating yourself from other people's energy. So that doesn't work for me. I like the other ones better.
It's kind of try different things and see what works for you, because not everybody's going to work for everyone.
I haven't tried any of
And
these.
as you get older, different things work differently for you. Things
True.
I used to do 10, 20 years ago to kind of shake off the mood or before I even realized that that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
There were different ways that I handled it as opposed to how I handle it now. So
Exactly.
That can make a big difference.
I think so too. And there's an energetic component. Many sensitive people absorb energy because they're people pleasing or from guilt. Identity as the strong one. They got to fix and help everyone. Fear of disappointing others. The good little girl.
Yep.
Childhood survival patterns. And this is really patterns that tell you need to strengthen your boundaries. It's you that needs to live. So everything that's happening in front of you is happening to strengthen you and to teach you to stand in your sovereignty. Pretty much. I really don't get overwhelmed anymore when I go because I prepare in advance. I still don't want to go out and I still like being at home the best, but I do like to go out and eat once in a while. So I don't seem to experience that like I did 30 years ago when I first opened up. Holy cow, going to a mall. And I mean, they didn't have Amazon. You had to go to a mall. Yes. To a mall at Christmas time, I can remember I had to really sit down and try. I didn't even know what to do with myself. I asked the guides and angels to help me. I was like exactly what Marina described about being in a mall. So eventually I was able to move through that. But becoming energetically sovereignty is not about walls. It's about knowing where you end and someone else begins, because you're going to get that sensitivity. You got your boundaries set up, right, Marina? And that's you can read someone's energy. You know what their energy is. You're not letting it in. You read them, you see them. You don't have to. It doesn't take it. Yeah. So it's really while staying connected through love rather than merging. So you're not going to merge your energy field. You're just going to appreciate another human being, but you're not going to mush your energy field up together and mingle it. Mm-hmm. So this reframes protection from fear-based to light-based. So you're that pillar of light. And you can do all kinds of things to help you with this. And you can Google it on YouTube. But basically, the best thing to do is to start recognizing, start seeing the signs when you start feeling like that. Because some of you may think it's just you getting overly sensitive and there's something wrong with you. Yeah. It isn't. It's a normal thing you go through.
Well, how many kids today, or even back when we were kids, that were told that, oh, well, you're just overstimulated. Well, there's a reason why you're overstimulated, because you're absorbing all that energy around you. Yeah. And nobody tells you how to get rid of it. No. They just pop a pill in your mouth.
Yeah.
That doesn't really help,
No. And I have to say, when I get done reading, I clear my energy and release all energy that isn't mine and bring my own energy back into my energy field. But that's a little bit different in some ways than going out into a supermarket and standing or a mall and standing there. Because when it starts to hit you, you got to have some practice. Like Marina's doing something I learned in Reiki, and that's removing the energy by pulling it out, by releasing it. That's something they do in Reiki as well.
Yeah.
So, and it's real. And you know, they taught us to visualize. You could visualize the violet flame of Saint Germain and imagine throwing it into that, and it dissolves. And so think of it that way. So there's so many things you can do, and I'm sure you probably have your own one. But those people who haven't realized these are symptoms that you have when you're going through the awakening process. It's just, you know, it happens as you start to open up. That's why some people kind of start to shut down, because they think they're doing something wrong, or they start to get a little fear-based or whatever about it. Well, no, just breathe through it and do some of these practices the ladies have mentioned. Yeah,
because it really, initially when it starts to happen, you're right, Val. You think, oh my God, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, you do.
You know, because that's instinctively, that's our first thing is, oh, is it me? Think of that in terms of, okay, check in with yourself. Is it me? Does this feel like something that would be mine? Or is it something that I just feel a little anxious, but I'm not sure what I'm anxious about?
Yeah.
And if you're not sure what you're anxious about, it's not you. If you're picking up on somebody
else.
else.
I love that tip. I love that tip, because I remember going at Christmas time and I felt okay. And then I got in the mall and felt that way. Boom. Yes. And I wondered, is it me? Am I freaking out? Am I going crazy?
I know. Yes. And especially as we open up, and especially as we get older, you know, you think that, oh, well, I'm just a homebody. I'm just, you know, I don't like to go out in public. I prefer just to stay at home and whatnot.
Yeah.
When it's the energy that is out there. Mm-hmm. I don't mind when I'm going out to especially like the grocery store now, when they have all the Christmas music. Oh, I'm walking up and down the aisles and I'm singing along. You know, and it makes me happy, and that's all I need to do. And it's funny how often, you know, as I'm doing my little thing and picking stuff up, and someone will smile and you smile back and you say,
because you know, you have created your sovereign energy.
Yes.
You're standing in your power and you know who you are. So no one's energy at this point in your life, from all these years of being a light worker, you go out as the sovereign power.
Yes.
You've already moved all the way through all that stuff. And that's just the difference. That's where you get to when you are already know who you are and you're going out into the world. And it's shining your light, basically.
It is. Yeah. Shining your light. And I have every once in a while, I like to check in and just see if my powers, quote unquote, are still working. And generally it's, like Shari said about kids, is if I see a child that is acting out, I can just stop and we'll make eye contact.
Yeah.
And it's surprising how often they just shut right up.
Oh, yeah.
This is true, and I use the same thing. It's like you laser focus in on them and you give them the look, as my mother and my grandmother called it. And it's amazing how quickly they will shut down.
Because you're reflecting back to them and they get it because they're energetically open.
Yes. Yeah.
So
nothing to scream about here. We're having a good time. You know, everything is good. You're going to be happy. And sometimes it's fun. And it's fun. It's one of the ways too that you can work on sharpening your gifts.
Yes.
Is,
Yeah.
Be in the cafe, a mall.
Yeah.
Just sit back, know that you're whatever you're picking up on is somebody else's, and then try to identify what feelings might belong to certain people.
Yeah, and that's something too. To think, well, who is that angry person I'm feeling?
Yes.
Who's that sad person or whatever it is? So that is pretty cool as a way of tuning yourself, fine-tuning your radio dial.
Absolutely. I know what I enjoy doing, like I was saying, laser focus in on that kid and you give them the look.
Yeah.
What's funny is when mama or dad shows up and you just shift that look up to them and watch them shut down. Because then the kid's like, oh, wait a minute. She just shut my mama down. You know, you get a little bit more respect from them. I mean, it's not something my mother was an expert at it, man. She could do it lickety split just like that. It was amazing to watch. But it's
well, you know what it is?
That shield around you.
It's being seen. When you are awake and you are going to make eye contact with someone, they are being seen. Their soul is seen by you. All of a sudden, it's like a moment, probably a moment that feels like an hour.
Yes.
That is what is happening.
Yeah.
Because how many times are you really seen by someone at the soul level? Not
exactly.
It's pretty profound.
Absolutely.
That will stop you in your tracks.
Yeah.
And stay with you forever.
Yeah. And it's so much more fun then to go out in public and to look at all look at the pretty lights, look at the store decorations, look at the things that are nice, and enjoy the feeling of what Christmas used to be all about, which was a lot of feeling, not materialism, but a lot of feeling, where
just
people smiled at each other and were kinder and so on. So
I love that. And that's tapping into that beautiful feeling, not the commercialism, but looking at, you have to go out and appreciate the pretty decorations and things like that, because that's fun. It's part of the,
we used to love getting in the car and driving through the neighborhood.
Yeah, because I mean, it's creative.
Yes.
It's a creative thing.
Yes.
Well, especially back in the day when people had to really get creative in and of themselves to try to figure out how to make decorations work, because you didn't have LED and computerized music with it and doing this and that and the other. That just didn't happen. Most people, there weren't even really that many places, unless you lived somewhere really wealthy, that had professional decorators that would come and decorate your yards. I mean, nowadays just about everybody and their brother does it. You got a ladder and a string of lights, you can put yourself out there as a yard decorator. I mean, so
I can't believe we've actually, it's an hour. We're almost at the hour. So
wow.
All of you, Shari, thank you. Marina, thank you. My beautiful co-host, and Allie, who had to leave a bit early because she's got a show. All of you can catch that show next. Go to Allie's channel to see when it is. So Heart and Soul Connected. Go to her channel and find out, and you can watch that. It's about the same kind of subject.
Yes.
Continuing on. So
more ideas. More ideas.
And understand you're not going crazy.
And it's important to realize maybe you don't know how to deal with a certain item. And if you listen to several people talk about it And suddenly you're like, oh, I never thought of doing it like that.
Yeah, you'll hear more tips that'll resonate with you or you want to try.
Absolutely.
And all of you, thank you for joining us. And we really appreciate you, everyone in the audience. Thank you so much. And thank you, Creative Chick Studios, for saying thank you for the wonderful chat. Appreciate that. And we'll see you next time. Marina?
No, Allie.
It's Allie.
Allie.
I know that's right.
That's
I
Allie.
will get it right. I know I will. It's Allie.
Next
time.
Wednesday, somebody will host.
So go to these lovely
It'll be
ladies'
one of us.
channels, and like and subscribe to Marina Heart Centered Tarot and Shari's Voices from the Swamp and Dragonfly Crystals and Heart and Soul Connected. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you guys. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.